Nissans that actually were marked made in the UK.
Mhm.
They used to make CV joints for lots of the front wheel drive cars. So, that's what made front wheel drive actually what it is today, is that CV joint. Without that CV joint, we wouldn't be running around in minis.
That boot that's in your left hand though, that's for a Mini?
Yeah,
It-
this was
it's
for a
built-
mini, but I think this is a mini sport.
Mini sport, that's,
Those are the late model boots and they're made in France.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The French.
I think those out of all of them that I've seen so far seem to hold up and be better.
I know when Ward comes over to my place and he sees a CV boot or something like that and goes, ooh, I'll take those. And he grabs them and I go, well, that must be good. What's why? And I'll ask him and he'll, well, those last longer than those other ones. And, oh, okay.
Well, I know if you're the guy that has to take it apart and replace them, wouldn't you want to use the best ones you could get?
Well, what we've also found is that we're using Subaru band clamps for the CV
Oh.
jeans, or the CV boots. We found those are the best and high quality stainless, and they're streamlined so they don't hit the hub.
I always wish that I could find some of those zip locks that came end to end instead of 90-degree angle.
Yeah, you need a special tool for the Subaru band clamp,
Yeah.
but they work
I've
awesome.
got those. I've got those down at oil filter services and other places too that you can get those bands.
In street cars, you just band them and, you know, they stay tight and whatever, but I noticed that, Mike Kearney was using, the WD-40 little tube to, release the pressure in there in racing applications.
Yeah, it keeps the grease in them.
Yeah, so they needed a vent, so they put the WD-40 straw between the
Oh.
band clamp and the boot to create a vent.
Well, it's because of the compression and whatever, it was blowing all the
Uh-huh.
grease out of it or whatever.
That's right.
So they.
Well, you'll never experience that in a street car, but in racing applications, they were like, "Oh man, we're having
Those
CV joint
The
failure."
things are sucking so much power or whatever that the CV joints get pretty hot along with using your brakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
yeah. Well, mold.
I've got down to the point where the only thing that I use for all my CV joints and all my wheel bearings and stuff like that is Mobil One grease,
Yeah, that stuff's good.
synthetic grease.
Mhm.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like one thing you don't want to do is you don't really want to mix greases.
Hmm.
Some react with others, so you can't just change them over or whatever. But if you were to clean your CV joint out and you want to put some grease in it, Mobil One synthetic is real good in there.
So you got a Molotov
Doug-
cocktail?
Doug Peterson was
Nitro
telling me that
glycerin.
they did testing on the CV joints on the Indy cars
Mm-hmm.
with different greases because they were having troubles. They had to replace them after every race, and so they started researching greases, and they came up with Mobil One, and they could get 3 races out of them after that instead of just 1. So it must be better by 3 times.
3 times better. Gooder.
Okay, well,
Much gooder.
there's another thing that's usually inevitable that I can tell you how to get around.